Coming up, NCCU is tackling summer school a little differently this year. And in celebration of Women's History Month, the History Club has planned many events. This is Central News.
From the broadcast studio in the Department of Mass Communication at North Carolina Central University, this is Central News.
Good afternoon. My name is Ceylon Edmondson, and this is Central News. Summer is quickly approaching, and this means summer school for some Eagles. But NCCU is lending a helping hand.
Thank you, Ceylon. Registration for spring and summer are now open to all students. But this summer, students will be able to take 6 credits for free.
Times have been hard for students and their families. North Carolina Central University is planning to help. This opportunity is the first time NCCU has offered free courses for the students.
Because we care about our students and we want them to know that we're here to support them even during these tough times.
You must first be advised by your advisor and register for your summer courses by logging into your EOL account. You must sign up for summer classes by April 15th.
It just gives a load off just having to pay for tuition for summer.
The 6 credits must be taken during the first summer session to have all tuition and fees waived.
The summer registration is expected to increase by 30%, allowing more students to stay on track with their studies.
To offer free tuition, it gives our students an opportunity to retain their academic levels. So if you need to go to summer school, this provides a free opportunity for you to do so, and also either advance in your studies or stay on track.
Be on the lookout for more information. Reporting for Central News, Devontae Wedlock.
NCCU's History Club is hosting a series of events to honor extraordinary women in honor of Women's History Month.
Thank you, Ceylon. The Colbert A. Jones History Club has planned events all month long in honor of Women's History Month. This has been an effort to empower the ladies on campus. During the month of March, discussions will be held as a way to challenge the norm for the females, to prepare them and empower them for their future after NCCU.
Like really investing students with something that they can take away to use in their professional and personal lives, a viewpoint, a way to kind of look at or reimagine the world from a women-centered, Black women specifically centered perspective.
Presentations, panel discussions, and even yoga sessions will be held at some events to bring the women together.
Many women come to campus unsure of how their life is going to go, and empowering these women can help guide them through their college career.
Events will be held every Monday via WebEx, and everyone is welcome to attend. Named after former NCCU professor Colbert A. Jones, the CA History Club for undergraduate students is open to all students who have an interest in history. The History Club actively engages students in the study and promotion of history.
I would like to see our department, really work in collaboration.
For more information on these virtual events, follow us on Instagram. Reporting for Central News, Victoria Cooper.
The Activities Board announced that there will be a spring fling filled with new things. Justin Wright is going to give us an inside scoop on the story. Justin?
Even though it don't look like it outside, spring fling is on the horizon. And SAB said spring fling is going to be a thing this year. Last Friday, NCCU Student Activities Board announced that there will be a spring fling on April 12th through 16th. SAB is responsible for multiple events on campus and brings people like DaBaby, A Boogie, Megan Thee Stallion, and many more to campus. This is one of the first times you hear a school doing an event like this during this pandemic. This is sparking conversation amongst the students on what events are actually going to take place.
It's definitely been exciting. Myself, the activities board, as well as some other members of the CU team, we've really been working hard behind the scenes to still make Spring Fling a reality.
As the semester continues, events are starting to be more in person. This has students wondering, will any of these events be in person? So the question still remains, What does SAB have in store for NCCU?
It's been a challenge, but to still see that we are able to give students, some fun ways to engage even under the circumstances that we're in has been a great experience as well. And as we continue to move forward and moving back into an in-person environment, that we're able to take those safety measures and health measures that we didn't necessarily pay attention to much in the beginning. Now, how can we utilize those precaution and safety measures and move that into in-person environment?
Even as the pandemic continues, NCCU will make sure all students are safe as the week goes on. The executive board says they will keep people updated on upcoming events through their social media.
If you want to stay updated and see what SAB has in store for you, follow them on Instagram at NCCU_SAB. And stay tuned at a later date and I'll keep you updated on the story. Reporter for Central News, Justin Wright.
NCCU's Counseling Center is offering a whole new resource, 24/7 access to their call center. Let's see how the Counseling Center is here for you.
Thank you, Ceylon. Due to some of the increased challenges and difficulties that the COVID-19 pandemic has caused, some students are struggling with issues such as stress, anxiety, and depression. In order to help the students navigate through some of these issues, NCCU's Counseling Center has expanded its hours to a 24/7 availability so that students can call in and speak to a counselor on their own time. A study was conducted by Boston University within the past year that screened about 33,000 college students across the country, and half of these students screened positive for depression and/or anxiety. The survey concluded that 2/3 of college students struggle with loneliness and feeling isolated, and 83% of these students surveyed said that their mental health had impacted their recent academic performance. I spoke with a student on campus, and he gave me some insight on how his academic life has been impacted this semester.
An overhaul of work, because with professors, at this time, they're piling on more work to try and fit it all into the semester more. And that pile up is overbearing.
Many students have faced struggles since last year when the pandemic first took hold, forcing them to adjust to online courses and go home unexpectedly. These struggles also transitioned into the current school year as many students were disappointed on not being able to have the kind of year they anticipated due to the campus's increased safety precautions with minimal opportunities for social interaction. Many students have also lost family members throughout this time period, and overall, the students have had to make many adjustments. To help the students manage some of these stressors, the Counseling Center has brought on additional counselors who are available via phone during all hours of the day so that students can utilize this service.
Now, if they want to reschedule an appointment, if they just feel like they need somebody to talk to in the middle of the night, we have a service available now that students can reach a counselor and have their needs met.
Before these new expanded hours took into effect, the Counseling Center closed at 5 p.m. and students were only able to contact a counselor outside of these hours if they were experiencing a major emergency. Therefore, these new hours provide a major addition to the Counseling Center services for the students. More details on the Counseling Center and their services are soon to come. Reporting for Central News, Jordan Massey.
NCCU has tons of resources for their students, including the collegiate recovery community. I took a step into the field to get a closer look on the story.
According to AddictionCenter.com, 35% of young adults binge drink in 2018 and are more likely to use illicit substances based off a 2019 study. Universities like NCCU have added a recovery program to their health center to prevent this problem. One may question if NCCU's recovery program is really an effective resource. Unlike universities such as North Carolina Chapel Hill and Alabama, who are ranked as the best programs in their state, NCCU recognizes behavioral addictions in their events and programs, not just substance and alcohol abuse. NCCU's recovery community also offers weekly sessions where students can connect and receive support and tools to help with their recovery.
For more updates about the recovery community, be sure to follow us on Instagram. Due to COVID-19 protocols, and social guidelines, activities as well as social interaction has been limited on campus.
Thanks, Ceylon. Since the beginning of the pandemic, Central has seen removal of big activities like homecoming, open house, organizations, and more. Freshman students still being admitted onto campus have yet to see the full offerings of NCCU. The freshman class of 2024 came to NCCU in August of 2020. Being amid a pandemic changed the narrative for the students as they had completely different expectations for college. Currently, they are in the second semester of college and weeks away from their sophomore year. With the COVID-19 vaccine making its way, this gives freshman students the opportunity to possibly experience more the following year. I recently spoke with freshman student Shayla Moore on campus. She expressed her gratitude for Central, but concern for the lack of social integration.
One of the big events where all the students come together and we just have a lot of fun. We didn't get to go through that as freshmen.
I also was able to interview LSEP mentor Loretta Holloway. She expressed how she wants to see changes for the campus the following semester.
So yes, in the fall of the year, I believe that the interaction will be much richer for the students.
The effect that COVID-19 has had on this class makes it hard for the students to have hope for the following semester because the pandemic continuing is still in question. Reporting with Central News, Jasmine Olawale.
Potholes in Durham are making roads an issue for drivers. If this continues, will this be a safety concern for the community?
One thing that many people who live in Durham complain about is the roads. Roads in Durham are riddled with potholes, making driving over and around them an inconvenience to drivers.
I know over the years I've had my vehicle damaged by potholes. I know a lot of other people in the area have as well. And so for me, I'm very particular about avoiding any additional damage.
These potholes are becoming a safety issue, and they make driving on narrow roads like Irwin Road and Fayetteville Street a slight risk, as dodging these potholes causes drivers to swerve into oncoming traffic. A spokesperson with the North Carolina Department of Transportation said there are plans to resurface the entire stretch of Irwin Road from North Carolina Highway 751 Cameron Boulevard to US 70 Business Main Street in the near future. In the short term, crews will fix up the bad potholes with a cold patch as soon as they can, but will need to return with asphalt for a longer-term fix.
That was Justin Moses. Thank you for tuning in to Central News. See you next Friday at noon.